Hey guys, come on downstairs. We're going to do a little something different here today. It's something I haven't done on the channel before, but we're going to do a playthrough of No Man's Sky. Alright, so we're going to generate here on a randomly created planet here they call Medak. We're going to rename it here shortly. But it does not look too hospitable, and the temperature is an otherworldly 166.6 degrees Fahrenheit, and so obviously that's a little bit warm. And it could be kind of a daunting task here to try to survive on this type of a planet to start off. So I've played the opening scenes of No Man's Sky several times now, and I've never really gotten extremely far into the game, as we rename this planet Blasengyle. I have no idea with names, guys, so just bear with me with the names that I come up with. They're kind of random and crazy. So anyway, our first task here is to gather some ferrite dust. We're going to blow through it really quickly because we want to get our scanner up and running, which has some critical damage. And we get that taken care of quite early, so we have a scanner. And we're going to do a quick scan over the landscape. It shows us where different deposits of minerals and other various resources are located, and then we can go take care of them as we do this sodium-rich plant, which will help to restore our failing hazard protection. And the hazard protection is going to protect us from that 166 degree Fahrenheit temperature. So we want that. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I've started this this game a few times, never gotten overly far. The furthest I got was back when it first came out. And then I got stuck at a place where something that I needed to do was generated under the terrain, and I got kind of stopped in a place. We're gonna blow quickly to this signal, which happens to be our stranded and damaged spaceship. And now we need to go about repairing the Starship, the Radiant Pillar, which we should rename maybe in our next episode. We'll get more into renaming some things the way we'd like to. So we are in the Starship here, and I'm not a pro coming back to play this and show everybody how it's done or anything. You're getting the average gamer's experience of No Man's Sky. So the pulse engine is offline. I find myself alone on a strange world, unequipped and in danger. No idea how I got here. The ship at least seems to recognize me. The controls react to my touch, or at least to that of my exosuit. I'm not dead yet, and this ship is a lifeline out to the stars, and we're going to connect our exosuit here. In this game, sometimes I feel like I'm playing like a 1980s computer game where it tells you how to fill, or tells you, it's just weird that way. Anyway. We move on. The exosuit is now connected. Pilot should perform maintenance, and let's go ahead and carry forward with our ship repairs. And the auto diagnostics computer goes over what we need to do first, and that is to repair our pulse engine. The pulse engine provides space and atmospheric flight propulsion, and we need to locate a hermetic seal, and we have a signal pop up that we need to get to, and it looks like it's quite a ways out there. And if you notice on the lower left hand side of the screen, the red bar that's kind of hard to see, it's kind of offish red, orangish type color, that is our hazard protection, protecting us from the 167 degree temperature now. The one below it, the white bar, is our life support. And we have got to cross this, what looks to be a very massive valley. It probably isn't. One of, you know, taking into consideration all things in No Man's Sky, it's minuscule, but it looks pretty daunting to us right now, especially since we have an incoming firestorm, and we might die before we even get our spaceship off the ground. Maybe we can get some protection from this storm in here. Let's hurry and see. Nothing. No protection from the elements whatsoever, so we're going to have to fire up our jetpack, get over it, and I honestly don't know if we're going to be able to get across to that signal, and I don't even know what's there when we do get there, if there will be some sort of shelter or not. We need to locate a cave or something to get out of this firestorm. It says to seek shelter in caves or buildings, and we can recharge our hazard protection with sodium, of which I don't know if we have any left. We picked up one sodium plant and used it immediately to charge our hazard protection. So our hazard protection is down to about 2/3 right now, full 66%, creeping towards 50%. And we're kind of looking for a cave if we can possibly get to it. Starting to look a little bit bleak. And everything is red and starting to get blurry. We're starting to see our life flash before our eyes right here. And stopping and looking around probably isn't the best thing. At this point, a cave is not going to be any closer than that signal beacon icon up there. So we just need to book it, I think, and try to get there. So let's see if we can do it before we run out of hazard protection. And I don't know what I'm searching for. Actually, kind of panicking at this point as we try to get up this hill. I mean, my energy is low because I've been running for most of this time as well. And we are down to about 10%. And quickly, the temperature has skyrocketed to a blistering 241 degrees, and we are out of hazard protection and starting to take on life support damage. All right. I'm honestly trying to go as fast as I can possibly go here, and it feels like, oh my gosh, thank heavens for a building. Now hopefully it's not locked and we can get inside, and if we can get inside, the sooner the better. And we are out of the firestorm. My goodness, that was a little bit sketchy. A little bit sketchy to start this thing off. And obviously, just in the nick of time, we get to this building. Maybe it was set up that way, designed by the game, I don't know. But we are lucky to have made it. I have died before trying to get out of storms just like that. So we get inside this building, we're accessing this archive, and apparently our hermetic sill is going to be over here somehow. So let's see what it says. No one, blah, 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 making this recording in case, something, something. Leaving behind in the fabricator, something, visor damaged, blah, blah, blah. We're gonna get our hermetic sill here. So let's recover the supplies. And we get the hermetic sill. Obviously, it's where we were directed to come, so there was no chance that it was not going to be here. So that mission is completed. At this point, they're just trying to teach you how to play the game, which makes sense. All games do this, obviously. And next up, we need to locate the Starship, and I don't know where it is. I know it was in that general direction. So we need to repair our analysis visor, which is going to help direct us back to our Starship, and for that we need some oxygen. So we quickly gather up some oxygen. Is it oxygen we need? Yeah, I think we're looking for oxygen here, as well as carbon. Oxygen and carbon. Oh, we need to craft carbon nanotubes for the analysis visor, and for that we need 50 units of carbon, which we have, and now we have crafted the carbon nanotubes. And we're going to repair the analysis visor which shows us the direction of our starcraft, and we're going to book it back across this valley in a normal Blasingile 167.4 degree temperature. So we're booking it back, and we have made it to the little plateau where our starship rests in flames or sparks, and we continue to try to get this operation off the ground and start exploring the nethermost outreaches of the solar system and beyond. So, and I think what I want to do with this series while we repair this pulse engine is I want to take this either a solar system at a time or a planet at a time and do an episode just exploring the I'm not huge on playing the storyline of this game. I just like to explore and craft and build cool things, and so that's kind of going to be our goal. It's going to kind of be an aimless series where we'll just see where it takes us. I don't know. I have no clue where it's going to take us. This episode might be the most monotonous of all the episodes, just trying to get our spaceship off the ground, and we are collecting some dihydrogen to create dihydrogen jelly in this portable refiner. Actually, we don't need to create that in the refiner. We're going to create pure ferrite in the refiner here, but it does need fuel, so you've got to feed it some carbon, which luckily we have. Not there, dummy. Up there. There you go. Input, we're going to put in some ferrite dust, and then this portable refiner will refine it into pure ferrite, which is what we need to repair the launch thrusters of our spaceship. Anyway, back to what I'm going to do with this series. We're going to do a episode at a time on a planet and just explore, see what's there, take some cool pictures, and it's just going to be chill. We might get into some firefights here and there. We might run into some people, some travelers. I don't know what's going to happen. Your guess is as good as mine at this point. We'll just see where it takes us and just kind of chill together throughout this series. And I would stream, but streaming gets monotonous to me, and I'm in a situation where I can't really sit and stream without all kinds of interruptions and stuff. So it's easier for me to do this and take 13, 14 minutes and make a video, which is what I'm going to do with this series. So we have just about repaired the launch thruster, gotten everything done that we need to do, and it is good to go. We need to get the do one more thing here. The pure ferrite we need to use to fix this damaged launch thruster, and then we will have takeoff and we will be off the ground here on No Man's Sky.